What is going on? All right. What a goddamn game. Just going to get a thing ready so I can dish off some quick stats. All right. Cool. Oh, God. So, what's everyone doing? What's up? 15 viewers. How are we? Jump in the chat. Oh, obviously. What a dickhead. I've got to put the clipboard thing, hey? 1 sec. Copy the clipboard. Oh, why isn't it going on? There we go. I think I'm going to take my glasses off. No, I can't see. Glasses. Oh, chuck this on. What's going on, guys? What is going on? All right. We'll kick it off with... Let's kick it off. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Brody, Ben. I like this here. Oh, God. I'm mirrored. Tough loss, but good future. 100%. 100%. We are looking really good. Mitchell says, shown awesome development tonight in the young guys, and that's a nail on the head stuff. You know, that's all you can really ask for. Is that the young kids just get better? You know. All right, let's get. Keep leaving your questions over there, and I'll get to them. I'll get to them when I get to them. We'll start having people on now. Kev is up first. What's going on, Kev?
Oh, mate. Why do we leave a run too late?
Yeah, it was just trying to get the timeline up. Yeah, it wasn't very good. That second quarter really stuffed us up, not kicking any goals, that's for sure.
With the umpiring, now I know that Port were too good, but some of those decisions, what do you thought? Even the Jamie Elliott one, where Dave Roden paid to his touch, you couldn't tell. Surely you can tell that that's a goal.
So what happens there is because the umpire, like we saw, the umpire called it a touch and a behind, because the AFL doesn't want to give enough money to the goal line technology, and it's fucking shit and it's very blurry, things like that, you know, get put into the umpire's call, and it definitely was a goal, but you can't, when the ball's that blurry, when it's coming through at, you know, 1 frame per second, what can you expect, Kev? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and poor Alfred, I thought he got raped by the umpires tonight.
Well, we won't. Let's avoid
Without
saying
that language, but
yeah. Let's avoid saying that word.
He got
but yeah,
slaughtered.
he did get slaughtered by the umpires. So two contentious, not contentious, because they were definitely two pushed in the backs. And I think he kicked both of them, didn't he, Quickson?
Yeah, and also that
handball one
got caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who was your best
do it? Oh, it's a free kick to put. Yeah. I thought Craner tried really hard. I thought Poulter was good.
Yep.
And he showed some class. Bianco kicked a really nice goal.
He did. Yep.
Worst decision to play Cox as a medical sub. I would have preferred Wilson or Sire, to be honest with you. I thought DeGoey played well enough. It's just that sometimes our ball movement wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Imagine did alright tonight out of that game.
Yeah, I thought he did good as well.
But theoretically, I reckon that first quarter we should have been. We were what 2 goals in front. I know we were 5 points in front, but it was 2 goals, two behinds. We should have kicked at least 2 or 3 more goals. At
Yeah,
least.
we should have definitely kicked a couple more goals, Kev. Yeah, 100%, mate. But it is what it is, isn't it? Unfortunately, Kev, thank you so much for coming on as always. You've been on every
Cheers,
single one of
man.
them.
Love you
I
for it.
appreciate you. See you, mate. Have a
Cheers,
good
bro.
weekend. See you, mate. Bye.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thanks, man. Bye. All right. Here we go. CFC _ 1892 says, never been about blaming the umpires. The truth is the list is too inexperienced and the old blokes are in their twilight years. It's going to be a few. Oh my God, I can't speak. It's going to be a few moons before the cup comes back to Viggy Park. And look, it's true. We had 9 players under 21 years of age. So it's going to be a big learning curve. We're going to put on Magpie _ Armies next up. How you going, mate?
Good, thanks. Swoop, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad after that, mate. What's going on?
Oh, pretty shit night tonight watching the footy. Don't know where to start, to be honest with you. Not much went right.
Yeah. Just quickly, I just want to talk about this. So Pendlebury apparently broken his leg. Yeah, so he came out on ABC Sport and said that he looks like he's done his leg, the same sort of injury that he did about 10 years ago. So that's no good. Fucking, it's probably the worst thing to come out of out of our season, really. But look, you know, this is going to be a test for us now. We're going to have to. He wasn't going to stay here until he was 50, so we're going to have to see what life is like without him for a little bit.
Well, you know what? I remember that Pendlebury broken leg 10 years ago. Like, I was a young kid, but I still remember it, and I'm hoping it's not that. But also because on the Collingwood page I've got on Insta, Magpie Army, I put up a post during the week saying Braden Sire should have been selected this week. So maybe that paves the way for him to come back in and really hopefully get him to sign another contract at the Pies, because I don't think at this stage he'll be there next year.
Yeah, no, I don't think he will either.
Yeah, let's hope that's the case. Even though I thought some of the kids like McRae and Henry were really good tonight, same as Torre Hill, first game. I thought for the first game that was an exceptional game down back, especially under the pressure he was getting.
The start, it was a bit he was a bit nervy, made a couple of mistakes, gave away, I don't know if it was 2 goals or just 2 shots at goal. But you know, when you're, like you said, when you're under pressure down back, first game, you're gonna be a bit wonky. But he did what he could. He did what he could, as always. That's all you can really hope for.
Yeah, even the Cox medical sub, because I don't know how you felt about it personally, but for me, I thought it was a bizarre choice to have him on the medical sub, because I thought maybe Tom Wilson would have got that gig because he can play that intercept Jeremy Howe role in the back line and also play on the wing as he's been doing in the VFL. So I'm just bizarre as to why he's not there.
Yeah, it's it's weird, but I guess you don't really expect one of your midfielders to go down, but if your midfielder does go down, we should have enough midfielders to be able to cover for one guy. You could chuck Jamie Elliott in there a little bit more, you know what I mean? So you can you should be able to make amends for it. But yeah, Cox as a medical sub, he is an impact player, but I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit weird. I would have preferred, you know, like you said, Wilson would have, out of the 4 emergencies that we had, Wilson might have been the shot, yeah, or even Sire as well. You know what I mean?
And also, just in regard to probably more last week and this week in terms of selection, we know when Rob Harvey came in, he wanted to play a 3 tall forward line, whether that was Cox, Cameron, Myercheck, or Cali, or whoever it was.
Mhm.
I don't know how you found it, but I found it bizarre that like Max Lynch wasn't given the opportunity this week and last week, given he can play a forward position as well to be that third tall and give Cameron more time in the forward line to support Myercheck, because Myercheck tonight after Cox came on, he had Tom Jonas and he really got off him and was able to kick goals and take marks. So I'm just bizarre as to why they didn't explore that option.
Of Lynchy coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think we see Lynch next year at all.
Given.
Yeah, but it's just hard after that Melbourne game. You can't really drop Darcy Cameron. You obviously can't drop Grundy. Imagine if you drop a guy that's making $1.2 million a season just because some kid that's played 3 games is doing a bit better than him. But you can't. But in saying that, it's a double-edged sword because you don't want to be just giving guys games off their name and their contract size. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen, and I think I called for it a couple of weeks ago, Max Lynch over Darcy Cameron. Not because Darcy Cameron was playing shit, just because you have to reward good efforts, and Max Lynch against Melbourne was a good effort, and we should have seen him play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm the same as you. You can't drop Brodie Grundy because you do that and you can have the media stalking you for the next 2 weeks like they already love doing at Collingwood. But even just as like a third tall backup ruck to do like 20% of the ruck, what Grundy isn't doing. Because it's you know what he can do. He can take a contested mark and he competes. That's what you want from a guy of his stature, and that's what Cox doesn't bring.
Yeah, well, I don't think. I don't know. It's weird. There must be. Lynch. He also against Gawn. He didn't really have the. I felt like towards the end of the game, he didn't really have that big of a tank. But that comes with AFL experience. Like I said, man, it's a double-edged sword. But dude, thank you so much for coming on. I'm gonna get some other guys on. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon, brother. Thanks, man. Bye. All right, I'm gonna get. Hang on. See if there's any questions. Can someone please add some Benny Hill music to Darcy Cameron's last effort in the forward line? All right, after this, I'll jump on and I'll do that. All right, Lockie, you're gonna get you on, man. 1 sec.
What's happening, mate? Yeah, look.
Same old, mate. Same old after a loss.
Frustrated is the word for me. Frustrated. Yep. That Darcy Cameron effort, bloody hilarious. But so I think that sums us up this season. A couple of weeks ago, we beat Richmond. We had that massive last quarter. I thought, this is where we kick on. This is where we, play some good footy in the next couple of weeks. And we lose Darcy Moore. We lose players left, right, and centre. The guys that we had out this week and the kids came in, they did a fantastic job, I want to add. The frustration for me comes with the senior players. I think, I'm going to sound a bit ruthless, but I don't want to see Cox in a Collingwood jersey ever again. I've had enough now. I think he's done. He's had plenty of opportunities to show that he can do it on a consistent basis, and he can't. Steel Sidebottom's really frustrated me this season. You know me, I'm pretty ruthless on Twitter especially. Mate, I don't know. It's just I feel like we need to offload some of these guys, free up some cap space, and try and get some guys that are a little bit more experienced, like within the 25 to 28, age bracket. And I think that'll help out the kids a lot because, as CFC said before, we got a lot of senior players, but they're in their twilight years. So we need to look at something for the long term.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. You've got Pendlebury, who is over 30, Sidebottom 30. Jordan Ruffhead's probably only got a year left. Jeremy Howe. And they're your core. When we say, we're missing senior players, they're your senior players. And yeah, Sidebottom has been down. He's been serviceable. You got to weigh up. Is it a bad year or does he need a fresh start? Cox, 600,000 a year, whatever he's on, he'll probably go up to the Gold Coast. They're in need of someone to help out whatever fucking King brother they've got up there. And I think someone's always in my DMs. I can't remember the dude, but he keeps saying, Ahmed. He keeps saying Fiorini, I think from Gold Coast, is like some sort of ball magnet that he could be looking at moving. So look, you're right. We need a player. There's a time to blood the kids, which is what we're doing now. But if you're losing senior players, like we did with Treloar and Steve-O and stuff like that, we didn't substitute them with anyone else besides young kids.
Yeah.
So you're right. This year, we do need to get one or two 25 to 26, 27-year-olds.
Yeah, 100%. Another thing that's really frustrated me a little bit, Jack Crisp hasn't had a lot of time in the midfield recently. I don't know if that's just me that's noticed that, but he's been dropping a lot down to half. Hasn't.
Oh.
I don't think he's had a lot of time in the middle. And I think when we were winning games, we were looking really good. He was winning a lot of contested ball out of there. So I'd like to see him back in there again. But Ollie Henry, mate, what a player we've got on our hands. What a player we've got on our hands. This kid doesn't even have the body yet. Imagine when he's got the body. But he's always in the right position. He's got a fantastic action. When he gets the ball, I trust him now. I think he made a couple questionable decisions, but he doesn't let that phase him. He missed that one, but then he kicks a goal two minutes later or whatever it is.
Yeah, 100%.
I said it last week, mate. This guy is looking like he's going to be an absolute superstar. And Bianco as well, fantastic. Whenever he gets the ball, he just looks so calm, so experienced for a young guy.
Very Pendlebury-esque when he has the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's playing a high half forward, like / wingman role. That's two of the hardest roles to play on the ground, and he's doing it pretty well. So, Finn McRae as well came in today, did a good job. I think Ginnivan should get another run next week. I'd like to see him get another game.
Yeah, Ginnivan as well. He was playing, I thought he would have come out of that forward 50, but, the modern game is everyone comes out of that forward 50, and he was getting possessions off. He had that, I put it on Twitter, he had that amazing kick off half back straight into the center. Fantastic. For his first game, he did well. He didn't kick the goal that we thought he would, but AFL's a different sport to VFL pretty much. Body wise and shit like that. But he did so well.
Just put these injured guys on ice. Let them come. Don't bring Jeremy Howe back, please.
No,
don't bring Jeremy Howe back. Darcy's obviously gone. Pendles is probably gone for the rest of the year. If Tay's 50-50, don't play him anymore. He's too important.
Well, someone said he only had 3 disposals after half time. So is it, could that be because he was down?
He didn't look right, did he?
No, he was down in the rooms for a little bit. So,
but he had 3 disposals after half time. But how good was he in that first half? We can't not have a guy like that for 6 months. So I think put all those guys on ice. I said it to you last week. We got to look to reload next season because, obviously, I think best case scenario we finish top between 6th and 8th next season. I think best case scenario. And we're not going to be able to do that without our senior players. I can too.
Look at us 2017, we were 13th and playing shit football. And then, I'm not saying that we're going to have another repeat of 2018, right? But new coach, new game plan. It was very.
It's all about the coaching appointment, though, mate.
Yeah,
we need to make the right decision. If we stuff this up, we're in trouble.
Yeah, it's very, very, very testing.
I don't envy that panel at all, mate, because it's a fucking massive decision.
Yeah, not at all.
Jeez.
Yeah, crazy, man. Lockie,
right,
thanks so much for coming on, brother.
Nah, awesome to speak to you. I'll speak to you.
Yeah, you too. I'll talk to you later.
Easy, guys. Easy. Ciao.
All right. See any questions? I've got a bunch of people lined up. I'll get you all on in a sec. Aiden says, what happened to Mark Keane? He was playing well when they gave him games. He had so much potential and they drop him. Why would they do that? Could you answer that? I can't answer it. I can give you my opinion though. I love Keeney, and I think he's Jordan Roughhead's, well, maybe not Jordan Roughhead's successor. He's Jeremy Howe's sort of successor, because Keane isn't that good of a one-on-one, but he can float off. He's kind of like the Irish Darcy Moore, as I've called him for so long. But yeah, I would love to see him get given games. Does he come in for Anton? Because it's going to be, if Anton plays next week, it's going to be insane. You know, Jack Darling, is Vardy still playing? Fucking Josh Kennedy as well. Anyway, I'll get Magpie Inc. on next. All right. Bit of the Olympics in the background.
Yeah, I love the Olympics, and I'm listening to you over that.
Oh Jesus, man, that's touching you right here, brother.
I'm hoping they replay it at some point.
Did Malta come out yet? Did you say Malta come out? I don't even think we're competing. I don't even think we're competing this year.
No, I haven't seen many. I had it on as soon as you came on. I put on mute, so I don't know.
Nah. So what do you think, mate?
I'm going the other way. I actually think we did really well tonight.
Okay. In the circumstances.
I think it was our best worst loss, if that makes any sense. So in terms of margin, I think it was our best. It was one of our better, bigger margin losses. Like we played.
Yeah, I can see what you mean for that.
Then we've played. I actually even think we played better tonight than we played against Port last time. We only lost by a point.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Just little things. We had one. Obviously the second quarter was shit. But I genuinely think we played well. We didn't, capitalize on scoring and stuff. We did in the third quarter, but again lost the quarter. But I agree with some of the other guys with the comments about the young fellas. They're all doing really well. I'm very impressed with with Ollie and some of the new guys tonight. I don't know if Ginnivan did what we'd hoped he'd do tonight, but I think he's off the back of his awesome VFL performances.
And he was playing a lot higher up the ground as well.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be a gun though, and you can't expect things to happen in their first game. But I'm happy that the kid's being played. At the end of the day, what are we expecting? We've got to remember Port Adelaide is genuinely a top 4, 5, 6 team at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were in it up until within 10 points.
Yeah, 100%.
We did well. I was positive. I was just sort of sitting back. I didn't really cheer much tonight. I just sort of we kick goals. I never really expected to overrun them, so my expectations weren't great. So it wasn't like I didn't have the excitement factor tonight for me.
Yep.
But I was just quietly pleased, and it sounds stupidly lost, but quietly pleased with certain things. Yeah, I mean, I think it was Magpie Kev or one of the earlier guys said, Ruffy, there was a couple of shit decisions on Ruffy. I'm not saying that swings the game, but, Dixon got a few goals that potentially shouldn't have. There was obviously the umpire's call with, what's his name, the goal umpire? Rodham, which, I agree. I think it was a goal. I agree with you guys. I think it was a goal. But, again, I don't even know. Like it's frustrating that they get that I don't like the umpire's call. Like I don't like that.
Me either.
I think
especially for something
umpire. I think the umpire should either be able to say, well, if they're doing that, then they don't know. So it shouldn't ever be the umpire's call because they're doing that.
Right. Exactly. I mean? They're unsure.
So, what I mean? They're unsure. So it's either, because I think another umpire can run in and do it as well or whatever. And they even review things that aren't reviewed. Like in the past, they've gone back to the middle and then they've gotten onto and they've completely flipped it. So it doesn't even have to be down to the umpire. But at the end of the day, I think if it goes to a review, there should be a panel. If it's not clear, it should be, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And I'll tell you, 2 out of 3 people would have said it was a goal. If
100%, yeah.
So that's annoying. But again, it's been like that. So we can't cry over spilt milk. It's been like that unless they decide to change it. It didn't win the game, or I know at that point we will come.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, like we're all just sitting there going, really, like we know it's a goal, but it's been like that since they brought it in. And I agree with you, it's blurry cameras and shit as well.
Well, definitely doesn't help, mate.
No. But yeah, I think overall, you got to rate Port. We've got a hell of a lot of injuries. We know all that. And we've got a hell of a lot of young boys doing their thing, trying to get some gains into him. So I think Rob's doing the right thing.
Honestly. Yeah, no, he is. He's doing the right thing for the club, that's for sure.
We don't have much choice, to be honest. I mean,
and that's exactly it as well. We have to play these guys because we don't have anyone else to cover. Now with Pendlebury out, and
that was
I think John Thomas still doesn't play next week.
When he broke his, I think. Actually, no. There was a couple. He's done it twice. Pendles. There was one where he cracked his, he broke his leg, which was I'm gonna say 2000. I think it was about 2013 or 14, but he also cracked his pelvis in 2009. I think in the final. I feel like he cracked his pelvis against St Kilda in 2009 in the first final.
We need someone to fact check that, please.
I'm showing my age here. And we lost that game by 28 points. Sorry, just stupid things that you remember. I think it was at net. Yeah, it's kind of, you don't know how he's going to come back from this though, because he was a kid when that happened.
Yeah, and now
he's an old man now. So
old man Logan now.
Hopefully it's we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing's shocking anymore. I mean, shit. 1 week it's us, then it's at the end of the day, we're just going to be playing our VFL side. So
100%. That's what it seems like, dude. Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
No worries.
I appreciate you.
Nice to talk to you.
Talk to you later. See you, mate. Bye. All right, Danny, you've been waiting a while, man. I'll get you on. So I'm going to go Danny and then Luca. I've got about 10 people waiting. So, Danny, up. Nice jumper, man.
Thanks, man. How you been?
What's going on?
Not much. A bit more relaxed than last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, what'd you think of the game?
It didn't go too bad. It didn't go as bad as I thought it would. I mean, especially considering we got the kids on this game, it was a bit more good chance for them to sort of get their hands dirty. But I mean, Ollie Henry and Bianca, I mean, just watching them, they're sort of magical around the ball. Sort of previously, you sort of get a bit nervous when they got their hands on the ball, but now you sort of get a bit more confidence, especially with Ollie Henry up front, sort of grabbing the ball. You can sort of put your trust in him and kicking a goal too.
He's done really well these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Even Rusco off the half-back line, he's really sort of coming into that position really well. I feel like sort of helping out Gleno from that half-back line. I feel like he's sort of dropping off. He didn't do too well this game. Last week, a bit off. I feel like Rusco was there, sort of give him a hand.
I think maybe, look, and you can't even say give him a run in the twos because there's no games left in the season anyway. So you may as well. Yeah. And there's no twos anyway, so you can't even drop him to get that confidence. So you got to just bite the bullet and keep going. But yeah, like everyone's been saying, like Ollie Henry, he's just these last 2 weeks has been magical for his confidence after that first game as well, which would have been a confidence shooter. He's done well in the back, and I think like he said, he's still a skinny boy. Like a couple more preseasons. God damn. And he's small, man. I thought he was tall. He's like 187 centimeters or something. I thought he was like pushing 2 meters, but he's that good Stevenson-sized forward.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, I think a few of the other guys are saying Bianco gives off sort of that Pendlebury-esque vibe. So when he gets the ball, it's sort of the game slows down. He's very composed for his age. He sort of knows what he's doing with the ball. So I mean, if Pendlebury does go off for the rest of the season, I mean, Bianco could possibly move into that position. I think he did really well there.
Yeah, it gives him a go in the midfield, which is where he played both of his juniors. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but at least we know that if he goes forward, he's very, very creative, and he's already has such a good footy IQ. He got that kick in the pocket. He got the ball in the pocket at one stage, and even though the kick was a turnover, you could see the cogs ticking where he's like, I can either go for a miracle shot or I could kind of center it. But because the team was kind of just maybe, I guess, not switched on enough, they just didn't react quick enough and it got turned over. But you can kind of see what he wants to do, and you can kind of see the player that's something that Pendlebury would do. Pendlebury's not going to go for a check side in the pocket. He's going to try and center it. So that we have those players coming through.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you need some of your players to be sort of composed and sort of pick out their opportunities like Pendlebury does. More composed rather than sort of just rash kick inside the 50 or go for goal. I think finding a better opportunities is sort of his go-to.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree. It's going to be the future, and I've been saying it all night. Sorry, the future does look bright. Bianco, Poulter, Ollie Henry. We can be here rattling off them all. But it's good, man. Thank you so much for coming on, Danny. I appreciate it.
No worries. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you.
Just before I get Luca on, I want to talk about this. Rick says Graham Wright. Oh my God. Rick says Graham Wright was quoted saying, "We will be appointing a coach in September. Why wait so long? I'm not saying rush it, but surely it can create more stability for our future." So, if I remember correctly, and I've got the worst memory, but I think back in 2011, during the finals in September, Melbourne poached Mark Neild. Melbourne or St Kilda? No, it might have been Melbourne. Melbourne poached Mark Neild from our coaching staff, and I'm pretty sure they took him straight out, so he couldn't help us. And so now, if we're going to appoint someone, that kind of tells me that we're going for someone obviously already in the system. So I think we're still aiming hard for Clarko. I think we're still in the hunt for Kingsley or a McRae. Because that gives us, because you can't appoint Clarko now, right? I know what he's saying and stuff, but say he doesn't want to coach. He's not going to come out now and say, I'm not coaching Hawthorn next year. That's going to happen at the end of the season. And the season ends in, August or whenever the fuck it ends. You know what I mean? So I think that's why Rice come out and said September. Gives us a little bit more time to pick it. Yeah, that's it, Rick, man. It must be someone who was in the finals. Could be Richmond. It could be Kingsley. Could be McRae. Could be a lot of people. All right. Luca. All right.
Hey, Luke. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Oh, mate, your setup's fucking better than mine.
Let's get a couple points for the game. I'm generally pretty positive, to be honest. As everyone else is, I thought we played pretty good considering. But I think the thing is, we're trying to stick to the game plan. Like you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to attack the middle more.
Yep.
Which is really good because that's what we've been calling for. Yep. But I think Port were just too strong in defending the middle. Like you could see the vision the commentary as well around it. You could see the wall they set up, and just breaking that we weren't able to do. But you gotta recognize where they're trying. So I thought that was a positive.
It was, yeah, 100%.
I thought Noble was fucking really solid, as well as Madgen. Like I think Madgen's fucking done really good in the back line this game, and he's put together a couple good games.
He has, he has.
He's really good being that extra man, like that quarterback at the back, like ready to get the hand and switch the ball, and even taking the kick-ins, like that kind of stuff. So, I'm backing him. What else? Yeah, that's really.
No, I do agree with Madgen. Look, at the start, you could see why people wanted him out, and he was the good things that he was doing were overshadowed by and
the couple of mistakes.
And you look through his stats, and he's not turning it over more than average 3 or 4 times a game. If that.
But he kind of gives me a Maynard vibe, to be honest. At times, like Maynard's still got lots of development in him. But you remember when Maynard used to make those silly mistakes, but it'll come with time. So
yeah, 100%, man. I agree, and everyone's kind of agreeing with you in the comments as well. Yeah, I think it's gone past that sort of scapegoat now. And if you're calling for Magin out, I implore you to just open your eyes a little bit more and just don't see the 1 or 2 bad things he does, because I bet they're not calling for Adams out when he turns it over, or Pendle's out.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has their mistakes, but I think he's earned his spot. Just one last thing. I just thought, I think maybe it wasn't a winnable game, but in terms of like we were truly in it, I think it's all about experience. I think at this point, just being able to take the steam off of Port when they get that quick goal, or after we've scored and all that kind of stuff, and being able to reset properly. I think they did stagger us a couple of times, getting those 3 or 4 goals.
The run-ons.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like and it'll come with time and all. But yeah, they did. I think they did really well. And if a couple of things went our way in terms of calls and just general play out the middle, I think when they were when they were on top of clearances, they were just smashing us. We couldn't keep up, and our defense could not. There was a couple of times where the defense was just wide open. They'd lead into space, and no one would go with them.
Yeah, that happened. I think we gave away about
2 or 3 goals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just around, kind of around that, where they just kind of got confused with themselves, like who's running the player, and then they just. But thankfully, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that happens with zones, but sometimes you just got to stick with your man and stuff like that. But go
on. Thankfully, Port were pretty inaccurate in front of goal. Otherwise, we would have seen our biggest loss for the team. And they were inaccurate right in front of goal as well. So that kind of helps us. I don't think we deserved losing by 50 or 60 points. That wasn't a game where, we played well. It wasn't a 50 or 60 point game. I think, that 30 mark, 28 or whatever we lost by kind of does make a lot of sense. But yeah, once we tighten up, it's the zoning, like you said, just to tighten up a little bit more defensively. And that comes, Tohu was there, he's played his first game. And, it's hard, but what can you do? You know what I mean?
What can you do? And I was just looking at Chris' stats in the end. He ended up getting 30 disposals. And he was playing in a back position as well, like he was playing in the back line. So I think it was Nathan who was talking about it in terms of getting him back in the middle, because he played the early hard half of the season in the middle. And I think he did really well. He was one of our best. I think he did really well as well. Yeah, 100%. So
considering
he had 30 disposals in the back line, I think I understand why they need to do it at this point. Like, you got a lot of youngsters running around then in there. The only leaders you really have with Darcy Moore and Jeremy Howe down is Crisp and Ruffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, exactly. And that, those balls that we were just talking about, they get chopped off by Howe or by Darcy Moore. You know what I mean? And you lose that. No one else does that intercept marking. We don't have that. We don't have that player when one of those two guys go down.
Yeah, I agree.
No, Luca, thank you so much for coming on, man. Good points, brother.
No worries. See you, Luke.
Thanks, man. See you, mate. Bye. All right. I'm going to get – it's time. It's Manny. It's Manny time. Manny, I hope you're ready, man. I can't see your – everyone's getting pumped. I can't see your face, though, brother. One sec. Manny. All right, we'll come back. We'll come back to Manny. Ariel's been waiting a while. We'll chuck Ariel in. How you going? Oh,
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, a bit tired. Long game to watch, but yeah.
Yep. What did you think?
I'm so happy to have 2 debuts. Like, finally, I've been asking for this for like weeks. Like, we need people to play. We need more kids in. And finally seeing like, oh, what are young kids in a game that we're going to be getting trained in the next like couple years to be like key players throughout game. It's going to be great. A big conversation that came up to me and my dad when we watched the game was who's going to be captain when Pendles is gone. And I was looking for all the players just then, but everyone we have that can be captain ready is over 27 years old.
Yeah.
Which is now I'm like, are we going to just get a young guy in and who's like, 23, 24 at the time and get him as captain like we have with Bontempelli for Western Bulldogs, something like that. But who knows anymore?
Who do you think will be our next captain?
I want Adams or Crisp to be.
Okay. I haven't heard Chris.
I have a short span of it, but.
What about Darcy Moore?
I think it'd be good, but I feel like it'd be better as like. I think we can see him moving on to like a not leadership, like coaching quicker than leadership, like kind of what Roughhead's doing with the AFLW team.
Yeah, I can see.
Is he like being a full leader, just focusing there?
Would you put Adams as captain next year?
I think Pendles needs a break. He's been captain since so long ago. We need to just bring a new talent in. Like we have a new coach next year.
Yep.
We need to like have a big change, and I think we need that as a team, just to like try new things and gain more experience.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Especially because next year's going to be a rebuilding year. We have Dacos, we have Dibs. We'll be great, but we've got to get everyone ready for when we want to win premierships.
So 2023.
23. Yeah.
23 is the all right. I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that. Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it. See ya. Bye. All right, we're going to go Philip, then we're going to go Daniel, and then Sean, just going in order of where I see it, guys. We're going for 42 minutes, so we'll wrap it up in about an hour. So, Phil, going to check you on right now.
Can you hear me? Good, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
So, what'd you think about the game, bud?
Fucking painful.
Painful, you reckon?
We let Port Adelaide score way too easy, and we don't score, and we don't make use of our chances, like you said in your previews. It just why they? Oh my gosh, I just don't like it, man. It's like, and when we have it in there, like there was an instance when it was recent where the goalie had the ball, sort of like does a turn, and he kicks it to, was it Adams or something like that, or one of our players, and then just gets turned over. I thought, why are you being too cute? Just fight, It's like,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, man. It is at times it was frustrating. And it's there's a time to be selfish with the ball, and there's a time to give it off. And I think like what you said, Geordie is at that point where, and I pointed it out a couple of weeks ago, where he's maturing a lot. But I think centering the ball at times, at 8 out of 10 times, I think centering the ball is good. Same thing that happened, we were just talking about before, to Trent Bianco as well. It's hard. You want to see them go for these miracle goals, but a guy that's out 30 meters right in front has a high percentage of a check side banana from an angle that's it's 80-degree angle. You know what I mean? But I can see what you're saying, man. Who what else did you like anything from the game?
Yeah, I did like I liked Bianco. I thought he played well. I liked Ollie Henry, even though he should have had a couple more goals, but like he missed. He missed one sort of directly in front, and and I remember he took an advantage. It wasn't his free kick. I think it was it Elliot that got like tackled high or something like that.
Man, I cannot remember. I've had too many.
Yeah, Ollie took the advantage and kicked it, and it got it behind. But other than that, yeah.
Ollie Henry, yeah. It was Elliott that got tackled. Ollie Henry took the ball. Yeah, played advantage, and then it was a behind. Yeah,
Elliott should have took the shot. I don't know why they got. I could have. I'm not saying it would have made a difference, but in the goal.
Yeah, I know it's. I think the commentary team said it as well. When you're right in front, just go back and let the other team. I'll let your teammate take the kick. You know what I mean?
I liked Tone Hill. Looked all right. McGivern, he'll take time. He'll do all right. Chris did good too, but I thought, is it time? It used to be before. I think he was at the club before Greenwood. Am I correct? Am I saying he came before
Crisp? No, I think he came the same year as Greenwood did.
Oh, okay, but I remember before Greenwood would get that tagging role, I remember Chris used to do a few of those as himself. Do you think that that Greenwood is gone? Do you think Chris could become a tagger once again, or?
And I don't know. Like Collingwood,
we didn't have one.
Collingwood historically have never
had a tagger,
not never had a tagger because at times we did have a tagger, but like not like a De Boer, Crowley, or someone who would be someone you could look at and go, yeah, there's your tagger. Like, are you willing to take away 80% of Crisp's 30 disposals?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like Greenwood, he didn't really accumulate the ball. He was just a bull. He was just a bull. So you can see why he was a tagger. We just don't have that sort of player. Hasn't Sidey tagged, or I don't think Sidey has. I don't think Sidey's tagged. I wouldn't mind seeing Sidey go into a tagging role because he can. We know he has the anaerobic capacity to run with players, and he's not doing much with the ball, so he probably can do a lot more without it.
Yeah, I thought he hasn't been the same since he came back from his baby. No offense, but he hasn't been that quite. You know what I mean? Like ever since he came back from having his child, he hasn't been quite. I don't know, sharp, or he gets tackled quite a fair bit, and he's holding the ball. I don't know.
He's just lost that
touch or that
touch. Yeah, that little 2% more that he had with everybody.
And I was going to say, I do feel for Roughhead because he got pushed twice, and yet that was not given. I'm like, F, was that not the first one? I know Dixon missed, but that was clear. Even the umpire, even the commentary reckons that was a push.
Yeah.
I saw it on your Insta page. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
it definitely was two pushes, man. Phil, thanks for coming on, brother.
Quickly.
Oh yeah, go.
Murphy was a bit stiff. That wasn't 60 meters on.
Oh no, that wasn't. No, that wasn't. That shouldn't have been a mark at all.
Murphy was upset. Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
But what can you do, man? But thank you for coming on, Phil. I appreciate it, brother.
No worries. Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
No worries.
All right. Who did I say was next? I wonder who said this. All right. 48 minutes. Well, let's try and aim for about 5 or so minutes for everyone. Gonna go left to right. Sean, you're up next, brother. Then Daniel, then Cav, Manny, and then Dylan, and then we'll call it. All right, let's go.
Hey.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, doing all right. Yourself?
Yeah, all right. After that loss.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, all up. I mean, it's with like the way that we're going. I mean, I don't really have any issues with the direction. I can see a lot of players in terms of like knowing who they're going to be, sort of thing. So, because everything, and I think that's probably been something that's happened over the last few weeks is there's been, because even though the club hasn't spoken too much, but I just feel like there's a lot more context to a lot of things.
Yep.
In terms of like, I mean, you can't like look at the game and be like, oh, we're not rebuilding, sort of thing. When prior to the liquor conversation that you had with like everybody here, it was that thing of like, are we rebuilding? Are we trying to make final, sort of thing? Like, you couldn't really someone had to tell you sort of thing. So just
we're in. I think I called it. I think I said it a couple months ago. We're pretty much in. Well, actually, I said it while Buckley was still coaching. We're in a bit of a purgatory a football purgatory at the moment. It's like we haven't come out and say no. We are rebuilding. I think Licker, when we had him on for that Q&A, I think he went with the narrative that it was a reset, which is what Buckley used, and you can kind of see that as well, where we still have a good core of players over 21, between the 21 to 28 age bracket. So it's not a full rebuild like North did. And you look at Sydney's rebuild the last couple of years, and they're pushing top 4. So it can be just a quick 2017 to 2018. That was a reset / mini rebuild, you want to say. So we can reinvent ourselves, but I don't know if this one's going to be a quick one. It just comes down to, I think, like Lockie was saying, it comes down to who our coach is next year.
Yeah. One of the things I also want to touch on, because it's kind of, I've noticed other teams in the AFL have kind of gone this way as well, is that the whole competition is they're not worrying about key position players that are in the mid 90s or low 190s in terms of centimeters. Yeah. But then you have your forwards defenders that are 2 meters tall, and it's when you have as much as Imaginers made his mistakes. I was kind of the opinion that even though he's obviously been a lot better, because obviously due to the confidence and playing and things like that, when he's had smaller jobs and players that are around his height, he's actually been a lot better.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think the thing is that because every time he's listed at centre half back, so there is that sort of thing. Oh, okay, well, he's got to play as a centre half back role. Yeah, and then obviously up at the other end too. I mean, we don't have that. I'm not too sure people scared of any of the players in the forward line, especially from a presence point of view. So obviously with Port Adelaide, Howard Dixon.
Yeah, just kind of commands that forward line.
It's one of those things, regardless of the opinion you have of Dixon, positive or negative, or for whatever reason.
Yeah.
As a defender, you're not being this is just another player on the field. So
no, I know what you're saying. Yeah. We don't have that like Josh Kennedy, like Buddy Franklin. Yeah. I know key forward. We don't have a key forward, but we don't have because you could pretty much play Cameron or something as a key forward, but like you said, he's not going to terrorize defenders, opposition defenders. If that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, and then just also, because we don't have much stock of key tools. I mean, Anton, even though it actually surprised me, he was actually 2 meters tall. I actually thought that was because I thought when we first got him, unless if he's grown or whatever, but could have sworn he was 196 or something.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, but 2 meters. Yeah. So a good key position player. But if he can. Yeah. If he's more than an experiment, we'll
which personally I thought he actually did all right in terms of
after that first quarter. He did really well.
Yeah, and then but also as well, there were times when he was getting a little bit pushed off the ball. Kind of not that he plays the same role, but kind of similar to what Ollie was doing a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So and I know they've tried him up forward, things like that. So not that they'll probably change him now, because I mean you probably want stability with someone like that, but.
Yeah.
It's a thing of not that he's probably in our best 22, but do you think personally he'll get a contract next season?
Anton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might get one more year on the Cat B rookie list, and then if he doesn't shine, I think the same with unfortunately I think the same with Keane as well. But I might we got about 14 people unconcentrated. Fuck, it's getting so late in the night. Uncontracted. That we might do another one of these with some sort of tables. But Sean, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
And also as well, just to mention as well, real quick, it actually surprised me. We also there was, I can't remember where I saw it, but apparently 37 players have played at least one game for Collingwood now. Which I thought that was actually a very high number.
Yeah,
and
we've only got 4 people not playing, and I think
that's 5. I heard
they're injured. 4 or 5, yeah. I think that's only because they're injured, except for I think Chuggy. I don't think he gets to go. But Sean, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Right.
See you, brother. Thanks, mate.
Bye.
All right, Daniel, you're up, brother. How you going,
How's it going, mate?
Yeah,
good. How are you?
What are your thoughts?
I just like the Maya check, today. He had so many opportunities in the forward line, and he had a good effort. And but it's just it's a pity he's been missing goals.
Yeah, I saw a stat on. I'm trying to find it. I saw a stat on Twitter that said last year Mychek kicked 25 goals, 9 behinds, and this year he's kicked 27, 31 or something. So
it's unfortunate, yeah. But today was I wasn't that mad at all, even though we lost. Like, we have a really good future, and in a few months is the draft, I think, and we're gonna be like in the high draft picks, I think, like first pick or second pick, and we have a really good future. So
I know what you mean. Like, it wasn't one of those games where you were just wanting to put your fist through the TV, because you kind of went into it knowing, okay, Porter top 4 side, where baby pies, you know what I mean? But yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was good. I keep wondering who's going to be the next coach for next season, because I've heard about the Richmond assistant coach and Alistair Clarkson. I just don't know.
Who do you want to be?
I don't know. I just think that the Richmond assistant coach will be our next one. I just feel like that's going to happen. But
Kingsley.
Sorry,
Kingsley, right? Adam Kingsley.
Yeah. And
sorry, I just lost my concentration for a second. Kingsley, Richmond. What was I going to say? Premierships. He's won, I think, a couple premierships with Richmond. Fuck, I am losing my mind.
Mate, it's 11:20, bro.
God, I can't believe it's so late. It's like
I know. I think the game started at 7:10, bro. It's like, what the hell?
7:10 and still late.
I know.
But yeah, I know you're saying.
Right, it's ridiculous.
I think I sounded out Kingsley at the start. I wouldn't mind Kingsley. I wouldn't mind McRae either. But look, Clarko is gold.
Yeah, he won 3 premierships in a row with Hawthorn, and
100%, man. No, I agree with you. You made some really good.
And have you seen Oh, he left. Fuck. Oh, have you seen Matthew Richardson mullet?
I think I just got kicked out of my own fucking stream. How the hell did that happen?
I don't know, mate. Anyway, have you seen the Matthew Richardson mullet at halftime?
Nah, I didn't. I didn't see it at half. What the fuck is happening, bro? Anyway, man, I'm gonna get a couple people on. I think that's
all good, bro. Yeah, thank you.
To wrap it up soon. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, all good, man. See you later.
Cheers, man. See you. Bye. Manny, tell me your work. Manny, tell me you're on, brother. Tell me you're on. Manny, you're disappointing me, man. You're disappointing me, bro. All right. Cav.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Luke? No, overall, it wasn't a bad performance. Like, we've got, young players going through. Like, how many players do we have that have played less than 10 games?
Fucking half the team.
Half the team, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so, after they get a few games in, if they play for the remainder of the season, I reckon we'll be ready to go for next season. We'll probably be pushing for top 8 next season.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I agree with you. I really do think that we'll be between and I think like you said as well, 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 10.
Yeah.
I think we will be. Pushing for that top spot. Sorry, not top spot. Top 8 spot. Definitely.
Yeah. I personally don't think Cox will be in our team next year. I feel like he'll probably go to Gold Coast.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even Josh Thomas, I don't think we'll keep him for next season.
Josh Thomas, no, he's pushing 30 as well. So, and he's from the Gold Coast. So, if I was Joshy Thomas, if Gold Coast were offering me anything, I'd go fucking retire up there. That's for sure.
Yeah. What do you reckon about Sidebottom? Like, do you reckon? Because he's not.
Look, I hope Sidebottom is just having a bad season, and he kind of comes better next season.
Yeah, next season. Yeah.
Oh, everyone's telling me. Hang on. No, I'll just catch the replay. It's fine. But yeah, I think Sidebottom. Look, man, I just hope it's a bad season. I don't want to see. Look, I would hate to see him in any other jumper besides a Collingwood jumper.
Yeah, same, yeah.
But sometimes, look, man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If he says I need a fresh start, then fuck, man, give him the fresh start for a couple of years on the Gold Coast. You know what I mean? Or wherever.
Yeah, wherever. I reckon if he leaves, he'll probably go to the Bombers Sidebottom.
Fuck, I hope not.
I hope not too. Yeah.
Swoop's hungry. You know what? I actually might get some nuggets. Sorry, Cav. Yeah, I'm from Malta, so they were just on the Olympics, so I'll catch it on the replay. You know, pride for my country. Cav, hey, just quickly before we go, man, I want to just apologize for how I reacted last week to all that shit that went down. I hope you.
I don't mind that. No, I'm thanks for reacting that way. No,
I'm glad, man. I just don't like seeing. I watched the replay and I think I had a bit too much to drink, but we love you, man. So don't let that. Don't stand for that shit, brother. We got you, all right?
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Gav. Cheers, bye.
Thanks, Swoop.
All right, fuck. He's on.
Quick!
Manny!
Quick, bro, before I lose my internet, man. Fucking hell. Man? I'm up in the hills, brother. You're paralytic.
Fucking hell.
You're paralytic, bro.
No, I've only had one. It's just, I'm just right.
Fucking look at your eyes, bro. You look like a vampire, bro.
No, it's just really hot. I'm under the heater here. Let me turn the lights on. I swear to God. I'm not a vampire, bro. I'm not a vampire.
Fuck, you look scary, bro. You look fucking scary. Hey, bro. What are you doing, brother?
Yeah, fuck, man. What do you think of the game?
Oh, well, Henry stays in for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
He stays in for the rest of the season. Keep all the kids in. The good thing is that the season's nearly over. We don't have to put up with too much pain.
Yeah.
Mate, the defense was all over the fucking shop tonight. We need more back, and we need Howe back, right, to secure the defense, and then we should be all right. And McRae needs to do a few more skill fucking gets to get better with his skills.
Yeah, I think you're. How much? Let me just check McRae's.
He's giving handballs off to wrong people and fucking. Yeah. He's just the game's a bit too fast for him, bro.
Yeah. 21 disposals. I can't check advanced. 21 disposals. I can't check how effective he was, but I agree. It's and you know it's only he's only played half a dozen games or so. So he can only get better from here. But yeah, I agree. There's a lot of players that need to fucking improve their skills. That's for sure.
We can't see the team properly until next year now because there's too many injuries. We got to wait till we get our full squad back in, both Dacos brothers, and we just got to wait now till all the boys are back there. We're just all over the shop at the moment, bro.
Well, look, someone Lockie just said 45% efficiency from McRae today. So that's crazy.
One thing is,
right. We're not going to get the look of the team until the start of the round one next year.
At least we know Henry's going to be a gun. We know that for a fact. right? We're going to wait for the coach. Hopefully it's not Brad Scott because Eddie Maguire's losing the plot. Did you see him the other night?
I saw him, man.
He's suicidal. He's fucking suicidal, mate. Right, and we should be right, bro. You know why? Because we're not getting pumped. If we were getting pumped, right, that's a different story. We're still, yeah, you know what? How's the turnovers today in the first half, brother? Mate, can we hit a fucking target, man?
We kicked ourselves out of it, mate. We absolutely kicked ourselves out of it.
First half, very bad turnovers. Also, fucking, what was going to say? Yeah, we should be right, bro, because we're not getting pumped. But we're going to wait till all our players are back next year. You know what? And Grundy, you better fucking step it up, buddy, because you're in $1 million, right? And you know what? If he doesn't perform the first 2 games of next season, he's going to get dropped back to the VFL, bro.
Yeah. If
he's not playing. If you want to put that jumper on, mate, you're willing to take $1 million cash every year, mate. You're going to perform.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, mate.
Manny,
I'm gonna be honest with you right now, man. I can hear what you're saying, but now all I can do is look at myself, and I do look like a fucking vampire, bud. It is ridiculous.
I know, bro. You're going to give me nightmares tonight. You're scary, but you know what else? Hey, bro, you know what else? Bro, you know what else? Put this bar up on your website. It's a tip bar like Terry has, right? Because from now on, we're going to pay for your pizzas every night that you do fan cams.
Oh man, that sounds. Look, if I can get that working, that sounds fucking good.
Yeah,
mate.
ring up cocksucker Terry, right? He's still celebrating. He rocked up with his bottle of champagne last week, popped the lid, right? Ask him how to put this tip. There's a tip bar, right? And we give you tips, bro. We're gonna pay for your pizzas and we're gonna pay for your alcohol every night that you come on Squawk. All of us.
Don't pay for my alcohol, man. I think I've had fucking too much today. That's for sure.
We're gonna help you out, bro, because you take your time and you give us therapy. You know what I mean?
Ah, man, I appreciate it, Manny. You know, I fucking love having you on, brother.
All right, brother. We should be right next year. Don't worry about it. You know what? Hey, we can't do nothing until next year now, and we just got to see our full squad and get Nick Dacos in, right? Exactly, because whatever. Right. Even Josh Dacos, because they're the good ball users. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's next year. Next year's the one, Manny. I'll see you next week, right, brother.
Thanks for getting on, brother. Have a good night. Next time. See you, buddy. See you, bro.
All right, Dylan. Lucky last because I'm ready to have a shower and fucking pass out. I'm ready to go into my coffin, mate, and fucking pass out. I'm gonna put a steak right in your arm. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bloody hell. You've been
I love Manny. What's going on, man? Tell me your thoughts.
Oh, a bit up and down. First quarter, we're in it. Second, dropped off completely. And then, had a late comeback in the last. Yeah, dropped off.
Yeah, it's and I tweeted about it as well. And someone tweeted it. I want to shout him out, but I can't. Matt something. But he was saying that when Collingwood have scored the first goal this year, we've gone 0-5. So that says a lot. You know, it says that we just can't
finish it off.
Fast starts. There's no point scoring goals at the start because we just don't fucking, it doesn't help us. We don't win. And I say it in my reviews and my previews all the time is we're a team that can get 4 goals up, but we're then not a team that can go 6 or 7 goals up. We just don't keep going.
It's just at the moment momentum.
Who was your man of the match?
So Crisp got a little bit. Adams, he had a bit in the first half before he went off. Mychek, he done pretty good.
Yeah.
Grundy done pretty good too.
If you could only convert.
Yeah. Well, Mychek had what was it? 3-3 tonight? Or was it 3-2?
Mychek, I've just got his stats up now. Let me check. 3-3, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And look, Grundy and even Ollie, look at that, 2 goals, 3. And someone may mention it in the comments. 2 of his points were from taking advantage. And look, I love that he has the confidence in him to be able to say, fuck yeah, I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to go for these goals. I'm going to try it out because that's what you want to see. And God, 1 second, Luke. Any comments on board payment rumors? I can tell you, if the board were paying me, do you think I'd be fucking filming out of my my poorly painted study, bud? No, I'm not getting paid by the Collingwood board as much as I want to. They're not paying me to get drunk on a fucking Friday night. Oh God. Yeah. Sorry, what are you saying, man?
Oh, talking about buddy, who was it? Henry.
Ollie Henry. Yeah. I do like that he can. He's got the. You know, from round one, you wouldn't have seen this, and he's just fucking just come out of the last 2 weeks. You know, did so well against Carlton, and then to back it up this weekend, I think throughout this week, I think I might get I'll make a Ollie Henry video because he's just done so well. Who do you think?
His first year.
Who do you think out of the kids at the moment? Who do you think's your one that's going to just improve drastically next year?
Oh, who is there? You got Henry,
Bo, Bianco, Rantel, Poulter,
Roscoe. Probably Poulter, Bianco, or Henry. They're all played in the side. They're getting that experience, and I reckon they can just convert and just become super good for us.
Henry, Magpie Inc. says Henry rising star this week. I don't think that's a bad shout. 2 goals, 15 disposals, a tackle, 7 marks. God, this kid can fucking mark the ball so well. He is insane. He does. He's insane.
Yeah. It's going to be good to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. Look, I'm going to leave it there because I need a sleep. I think I need a shower. I think I need another drink, and I think I need to sleep.
Good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Dylan, for coming on, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Woo. That was an hour and a quarter stream. Insane. We've had everything. We've had Manny. We've had all you guys, and we've had me kicked out of my own stream by someone. It's actually my 11:35. I'm gonna have a shower, and I think I might get chicken McNuggets because I am starving. I'm gonna get onto the coffees and I'm gonna get onto the waters. But until then, again, look, Manny, I'm gonna put a fucking tip bar for you. We'll get some pizzas, and we'll hang out. We'll hang out next week. I promise you guys. But until then, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you all later.